Welcome to Dungeons & Dragons and Dining and Dudes, a podcast where a group of friends get together and play D&D. Featuring an actual play and a homebrew campaign, we celebrate not only D&D, but everything that goes with it. Hosting, cooking, playful banter, few drinks, and much more. Thanks for joining us, and please visit us at dndanddnd.com for more information. And happy March 29th, session 32.
Joe's still building over there.
Joe is still building his microphone, but we're all here after filling our bellies, ready to rock and roll. I'm your host, as always, Justin. And why don't we get right into it? Since Mickey was not here for the last session, and we need to recap anyway. The biggest thing that happened last session was the dragon known as Ravande was defeated. You guys found a way to Clamor Ignis, went through the hostile environment of heat and lava, and made, I wouldn't say easy work, but you made medium work of the large adult dragon. During this time, Zemir was still in Centrum, unable to fight because of the...
They hit a hangnail.
because of the time spent with his battle against Urza. He's been in and out of it. So, at this point, with Ravande slain, absorbing the last essence, we'll pick up where we left off, which is the dragon's lair. So, with that being said, where would you like to start?
Do we need a long rest?
Yeah, we should probably long rest.
Are you going to rest in the dragon's lair?
Have we explored the dragon's lair yet?
I don't think we did.
Outside of just fighting the coming in and fighting the dragon, no, you have not.
He probably has a treasure hoard.
He might have some treasure.
So I did reveal essentially where you would have seen during the fight itself, but not more.
Let's investigate the cave.
Yeah, I agree.
All right. When you say investigate the cave, what do you want to do? Do you mean like an investigation check, or do you want to just walk around the cave at this point?
Walk around, see if there's any areas where
any
we
loot.
have not explored yet.
Okay.
Any treasures he had.
So, just to describe the cave a little bit more in more detail. When you first came in, you noticed that the cave itself was pretty open and expansive. It wasn't a labyrinth. It didn't have small corridors. I mean, this is the quintessential sort of dragon lair where they're shielded from the elements and they have a large circular area to live. Need help, Joe? Yeah, okay. All right, you keep going. Okay. You noticed that to the north of where the dragon now lays, there's a small corridor that leads somewhere, though you can't see sort of around the bend. And outside of that, you also notice to the northwest an area that has almost small pockets of lava sort of flowing through the cave. To the west is another area hidden behind other paths that this cave system takes. So I guess the question I would say is there a particular way you want to go?
based on the map here, where did we enter the cave?
You entered the cave from the
Down
south
there.
towards
Okay.
Joe. Yes.
Okay.
Let's go straight ahead. Straight north. Wait, which way? The dragon came out straight north, right?
The dragon came from. Actually, the dragon was sort of there
Oh, he was
when
there
you.
already.
Yeah, when you guys were introducing yourselves. At first, he didn't see you, and then
What's the
he had a little dialogue.
what's the biggest opening?
The biggest opening that you can see, and there's some light coming from the outside, but also I think everybody
We have
has
dark vision, yeah.
vision besides
No, everybody does.
Southerby.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah. And so you have a good sight line. The gap or the opening to the north appears to be the biggest.
Since we moved our seats, where are we considering north now?
You're
We'll
north.
say you're north.
Okay.
You're the true north now.
You are the true north.
On the bottom of the screen, though. So.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have big N and this S
Oh,
and a
whoa.
a W
Easy.
and an E this way.
All right. And I guess we could follow the opening that you were talking about.
Okay.
Yeah, go to the biggest one.
All right. So actually, do this. Before we roll, everyone give me a perception check.
Me too.
You're not here, so no, you can roll if you want, just to have fun. I'll give you a couple baby toys to play with.
I perceive a 21.
Ooh, okay.
18.
Could you slam that down a little harder next time?
I mean, I could.
Okay, thank you. Appreciate the effort. You got a 4, 18, and
21.
21. Southerby will get a. I think that's an 8 or 9 with his perception. So you, before moving out, looking at the dragon corpse, the battle that previously or just took place filled the lair with spells and yelling and dragon's fire and roars. Afterwards, you hear the subtle flow of lava that you heard when you were first outside. It's got almost like a deeper sound as it goes through the cave system. As you look towards the north, you don't hear much. Outside of that lava, it's quiet. And you start to walk towards that location. And as you walk towards that location,
Roll for initiative.
you start to see a hoard of gold. As you walk towards that gold, I assume you're walking towards the gold.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for the craps table mover.
Back scratcher.
Butt scratcher.
You start to see a huge amount of gold, more than you've seen in one place at one time. Taking the calculation, a quick calculation in your head, it appears to be around 10,000 gold pieces. Enough for you to move if divided equally amongst you. So about 2,000
Do you
each.
have detect
Good and evil.
or any sort of detect?
I think I automatically have. Let me double check. There's no eggs here, so I don't know why.
Hey now.
Yes, I do.
Is it
What-
is it
what can
current?
it
Is it a
detect?
current spell you have?
Yeah.
Okay.
What can it detect?
Good and evil.
It detects certain.
Would mimics fall under that?
Celestial, fiends, fays, undead within 30 feet. Elementals, aberrations.
I don't know what a mimic falls under. Let me find out. That's a fair question.
I thought the mimics is a chest though.
Well, a mimic is a
It can take the
polymorph.
form of anything.
No, so a mimic is a monstrosity. So it
It
technically
wouldn't-
would not check this off.
Can I use my smell?
Well, did all I could do. Let's go get it, boys.
Can you use your smell? What are you smelling for?
A mimic smell.
A mimic smell, like anything out of the ordinary.
You guys have
Metal detectors.
fought a mimic before, right?
Yeah,
So
we beat the piss out of it.
I don't
Yeah.
remember.
no, you did in the one cave
It was in the
when you first
mine.
met Urza.
I thought it was the mine.
I don't-
Oh no,
It was
no,
like
no,
a
no,
mine, yeah.
I'm not saying we
was
did
a
it.
mine.
I just said I don't remember.
They got a mine.
Yeah, guys, give me another perception check.
400. 13.
All right. So as you're
With advantage.
no, well, this I'm kind of giving you
Oh, okay.
the second roll
Gotcha.
because you already rolled perception, and your higher roll was 18?
18.
Yeah. All right. So as you make your way towards this pile of gold, you start to get excited, but you're also cautiously aware that a dragon's hoard, though guarded by a dragon, is not always easily obtained. And you take a couple of seconds of sniffing the cave air, and you smell a combination of wetness and sulfur from the lava. And you don't, as far as you know, you don't smell anything that reminds you of the mimic.
We're taking it.
Okay. So you start to rummage through the gold and you start to divide it evenly, we'll say for now. As you start to rummage through the gold, you also find two additional things. You find almost this, looks like a cloak. It shimmers in the small amount of light that sort of reflects from the entrance of the cave and maybe some of the lava. It looks pristine. You don't know how old it's been or how old the item itself is, but you get the feeling that there's something special about it. I'd like to know who takes this item. So it's almost like a cloak. I'll start with that.
That's,
Well, I mean, that's
it's
how.
a cloth, so I'm pretty sure you can wear it.
It's not like heavy armor.
You know what?
It's something that you would be able to
I'm
wear.
just
Let's go with that.
inferring that the shimmering properties might make like invisibility or something like that.
Well, whoever takes it, do we have to keep it?
No, I'm just saying who's going to grab it for now.
Oh, then it doesn't matter who grabs it. I'll grab it.
He's saying that for a reason.
I'm just saying that it blows up as soon as you grab it. It blows up. It was actually a trip bomb. You went
knew
under
it.
you
I
went
knew
under
it.
50 miles per
I knew
hour.
it.
The cave blew up. You're dead.
Yeah, I'll grab it.
Okay.
Or who was the first one to see it? Did it matter?
No, I'm saying like someone picked it up and
Alright.
brought it to everyone's attention.
Yeah, I'll just hold on to it.
Okay. The other thing that you do see is a scroll that's sort of wrapped up. Now
Is it sealed or tied?
it is sealed.
or like a wax seal.
Yes.
Okay.
These are scrolls that you've seen before in magic shops. You know that this is a spell scroll. I would need, if you want to find out how powerful it is, I would say go ahead if you all want to roll an Arcana check.
Also, is it written in a specific language?
Well, it's scrolled up right now, so.
Oh, okay. 19.
You said Arcana?
Correct.
17.
Okay.
I rolled a 14, but I don't know if I have a plus anything in that.
In Arcana?
I have plus 0, so.
Okay.
14.
All right. Okay. Both Thjis and Drasko, as you're carefully looking at the scroll not to damage it, you realize that this is a very powerful spell scroll. A scroll that, with the right knowledge and with a little bit of luck, would allow the caster to cast a level 7 spell.
Oh.
So Joe, I think you can cast up to what right now? Level 5?
Level 2.
No. You can cast higher than that, jackass.
I'm a level 2. I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we've never run across spell scrolls
5,
before.
correct.
So because this is a spell that is outside of your wheelhouse, there's a DC that you have to roll in order to actually use it. So these are very rare scrolls, and in order to cast the spell effectively, because you can't cast level 7 spells right now, you have to make an ability check. And you have to do, the DC is 10 plus the spell level. So the DC in this case would be 17. So you could...
What's the modifier?
The modifier would be whatever his modifier is, his spellcasting modifier, which I believe is charisma or intelligence for a sorcerer.
Would I also be able to?
It would be higher for you, but you technically could, yeah.
So what would it be for me?
No, I'm sorry. Yes, technically the DC would still be the same. It would still be 18.
What would be the modifier?
Well, whatever your spell casting is.
Oh,
Where would I find that?
You are a
if
sorcerer.
if you click on spells at the top, it should say modifier.
Yeah, your modifier is +3 intelligence.
Yeah, mine's +1.
I think. Yeah, I think it's intelligence. I don't know.
I'm also
a bad,
+1.
I'm a bad DM.
It's right here.
Charisma. Sorry, charisma.
So it'll be up here.
Yours is what?
Mine's
Go under spells.
What's it?
+1.
3.
+1. Okay.
Yeah, you might be like a +3 or
Plus
something.
7 spell attack.
Yeah. So your modifier though is
+3.
+3.
Yeah, okay.
So you would have to roll
14?
a 14 or higher to get this spell to work. It's a gamble.
What's you?
Mine's +1. So I mean, we can learn it, but
Yeah, we
whether
don't
we
need to
attempt
cast it right
it,
now. We might never need to cast it at all. You know, we could sell this thing.
You could
we
sell.
could. I mean, we could. We could
Could
also
eat it.
learn it and then sell.
We could eat it.
Does it say what type of spell it is?
So I'm going to allow it to be any spell. I'm going to say whoever
Okay.
takes it, whoever wants it, to look over the level 7 spells, tell me what it is before you cast it.
All right. Why can't we just one of us just grabs it? Just hold it for.
Yeah,
the
that's
time
fine.
being,
No,
and
you
then-
can, you can.
okay.
You don't have to. Yeah, you don't have to tell me right now.
Right.
But if you're going to, what I don't want to get into is at the table when we're in the thick of battle, someone spending 5 hours looking at all level 7 spells. Just tell me when you
All right,
have
so
downtime.
we're just gonna take it as a group for now.
That's fine. And we'll say during your downtime, your long rest, you can spend time sort of understanding what that spell is. So when the time comes and you want to use it, I'll let you do that. But it is a one-time use.
Is it true if we don't use
Yes.
it?
Yes.
Is that a serious question? All right. So, your 10,000 gold that you're dividing evenly amongst you. Someone can take Sotheby's, so 10,000.
Well, I tend to be the treasury, so I'll take
Yeah,
some
so
of it.
2,500 apiece or whatever. You want to take his extra 2, so you can take 4.
And we're not playing.
Wait,
the-
Sotheby's not taking the gold.
I don't feel like managing his gold, so
Okay.
you could have it.
We're
Well,
not
we'll
doing
give it
some
to-
sort of ridiculous encumbering thing where this gold weighs 25 tons.
Actually, no. I did the calculation, and the amount of gold that you have would not weigh as much as you think.
It was-
So basically, we're just like laying.
About
We're just putting this in a
Furbog.
pouch and
So it's 10,000 each. We each
Oh,
get
Furbog's there
2,000.
too. Yeah.
That's 5.
Yeah,
of us.
Furbog is there too. So if
Yeah.
you want to give a little bit to
$5.
him,
No, he absolutely gets.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
So
We'll give him Sotheby's
Yeah, so
Okay.
I'll carry the 2,000. That would be for Mickey.
Give him a mirror
Yeah.
share. He don't know.
So the 4,000. Then when we meet back up, I'll give him the 2,000.
He's not here.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
he's
I got.
here.
Well, the rest of us will take 2.
Okay. All right. So you guys will take care of that.
We're taking 2.
And so you have the gold, you have the spell scroll, and you have this cloak that you're unsure of what it is.
Who took the look?
Tyrannus did. Anything else that you want to look for? In that particular area, it's a dead end. You see old bones, skulls.
My old
You see some old weapons, but they're rusted over. With your as you kind of pile in everything, there's nothing else standing out besides what I've already described.
Chris, who's holding the scroll near you?
You can hold it. It's fine.
Hold it together. Once you both grab it at the same time, it's adhered to. It
Ripped
had
it
Elmer's
ripped
glue
apart.
on it, or super glue on it.
Giant finger cuff.
It actually ripped in half. Now it's useless.
All right. So, now do you want a long rest?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, was there another area or no?
I mean, there's still a couple of pockets that you didn't fully discover, so that's fair. If you want to.
And are we long resting in the cave?
What type of day is it?
It's
can do
about
the
middle.
Also a volcano world. So
It's
Right.
middle of the day, but I will say the cave is providing some relief from the heat that you experienced from outside.
We'll stay in the
The
cave.
cave kind of goes a little bit inward or downward, so there's
Dogleg lift.
there's a little bit of relief from the heat. Even though you have some lava sort of flowing through, you notice there's a drop in temperature. It's still it's still uncomfortable, but it's not as bad as it was.
is there any of the special volcanic ash?
You don't see any of the actual ash inside the cave itself, as you've been sort of walking through and all that stuff.
All right, I think we're good to long rest unless anybody else.
Yeah, we're all long rested up.
All right. So go ahead and long rest.
Mickey, long rest.
Make sure you long rest, Miski. You're at what's he at Lance's place, right?
Lance's place.
Yeah.
yep.
So tell us what's retail like?
Yeah, you're working the shop.
You're working the shop over at Lance's because you couldn't go. You're working with Lance and you're selling high end equipment. What's your what's your best?
I'm good with the customer.
Yeah. give me your best sales pitch. Okay, moving right along. I know, right?
What do you mean? You people don't understand. I'm good with the customers.
All right, we're all long rested.
Yes.
All right. Oh, that was funny. Thank you for that, Mickey. Okay, so you rest for about 8 hours, and because of the time of day it was, you find yourself in the position overnight as you're sort of each standing watch. I'm not going to have you guys roll for it because this area, as the dragon himself said, is pretty desolate and, if anything, overly conquered, where not much lives there. And if anything lives there, they are in fear of coming out. So outside of the lava flowing, some occasional shakes across the ground, which you can only attribute as some type of maybe volcanic eruption. It's uneventful. As you start to wake up, it's still dark out. I don't know, it'd probably be like 3 a.m. at this point. But use that time to rest up and heal your wounds.
Should we take the dragon head back?
This is a much larger dragon head. It's probably twice the size of the dragon head
What
you
would you say the weight is?
What's that?
What's the weight?
It's heavy.
Well, I mean,
Heavier.
Oh, if we're just gonna teleport.
I mean, it's probably, I don't know, how a human head weighs 8 pounds, so
right, so 10
we'll say
pounds.
50 to 75 pounds, I guess. I don't know. It's a big ass head, probably heavier than that. It's heavy. It's a heavy head. It's not a sit in your lap head. It's probably
that's fine.
from here. It's probably
pick up
the
one
size of the table.
But 2 people carrying it.
Not that bad, actually.
Yeah.
Yes or no?
2 people could carry it. Yeah, like
We're
you would
bringing
be
it back.
carrying this table.
Yeah, we're bringing it back.
Yeah, we're gonna
We're
bring it back.
overrolling the DM on this one. It's coming with us.
Okay, that's fine.
Come on.
I mean, I didn't say all that. Now.
Okay,
I mean,
all right, fair enough. All right, so you're gonna
Well, aren't we just teleporting?
you're gonna have to stop doing that because every time you do it, you click.
Oh.
Yeah, so just
Do we
you move over your head instead.
Yeah, I'll do that. Can't we just teleport with the head?
No, you can.
Yeah.
He was just asking how heavy it is.
Well, fuck that. We're just gonna teleport.
You're
to
gonna
the-
hold. You're gonna hold it in the circle. All right.
We're gonna make it the circle.
Okay. All right. So you start to sing "Kumbaya" and Furbog once again
what are you gonna say?
starts to get
What's the song?
very uneasy about what's going to happen.
What? Isn't like Kumbaya?
He doesn't like the teleportation.
He threw up.
We'll put a blindfold.
For your, I don't know, what is this? Your 3rd or 4th time going back to Central?
We're pretty accurate.
We're pros,
now.
yeah. We
The
know.
first time for
No,
the
you
day.
are. You've been there
It's the
enough.
first time of the day, though.
No, it is.
Okay.
No, yes, it absolutely is. So there's no chance of you going to the
Moon.
wrong location or outside that location. So you spend some time, you do the ritual, Furbog freaks out. The vision of Central comes above. Now, do you want to, so I am accurate, do you want to appear right outside of Lance's place again or somewhere else?
I would say the most populated area. We could scare the shit out of the most people with the
Well,
giant
I
dragon.
imagine it's like 3 a.m. or something,
Yeah.
right?
Someone's
A Big Apple, 3 a.m.
Big apple. 3 a.m.
That would have been a great clip to drop in here.
I might have to do that.
You gotta grab some
Yeah.
with this fancy machine of yours.
Yeah.
You gotta grab some.
I
clips to drop in.
honestly did not think Big Apple 3 a.m. would be popping into this, so I apologize for not being prepped.
On your toes.
Raph's toes.
.uk.
.uk.
He's in it. He's fully committed. I can see it.
Yeah,
All right.
right in front of Lance's place. So
All
that
right.
would be.
All right, so let me we'll bring up the map here of good old Central. All right, back in good old Central, back to Lance's place. As you,
Lance, we're here.
apparently you make a
Mongoloid.
very heavy landing.
goddamn-
The dragon head just
That was the
drops.
dragon head.
The dragon head just drops, breaks everyone's legs,
Right on
shattered,
Furbog's toe.
shattered across. What a
What? Dick fur.
what an absolute sea stain you
I
are.
have to get like shock cushions for that thing.
Yeah, shock cushion. He's gonna elbow drop it next, and then he's not gonna be able to get up, and I'm gonna laugh at him.
We're gonna have to lift him up.
Yeah. All right. This time, Thjis, Tyrannus, Drasko, Sotheby, Furbog start to appear out of thin air and drop into the front steps of Lance's establishment. As you're doing this, you see a half-orc sitting outside.
Where's the other half of them?
That's so
Oh,
stupid.
doo-doo.
Looking absolutely bored out of his gourd. And he says, "This sales shit's not for me." And Zamir, welcome to the table.
Welcome back, everyone.
Hey, he's back, bitches.
Zamir, you see your colleagues and your temporary replacement appear out of nowhere a day later. And with them, a huge-ass dragon head. Your first reaction is?
Cool.
And Mickey, those acting classes ain't going to pay for themselves, all right?
That's because this isn't a porthouse. So he doesn't know how to act.
That's cool too.
That's a really big head there.
There you go. As Furbog
That's
sort
not
of
how you do it. This is
spends,
how you do it. Ow, ow, ow.
Okay, all right. Okay, enough of that.
So what are we supposed to do with a giant head now?
Sell it. Who wants it?
Sell it.
Furbog
What are we selling
sort
it
of
for?
takes a second to get to his feet. He says, "No, I'm never gonna get used to that. I'm gonna go check in with the boss." And he looks at Zamir and he says, "You're doing good work there." And he chuckles to himself and he walks by. And as he goes in, he
Gives him the middle finger.
no, sorry, I had a scratch here.
Look at his eye.
Again, it's early, but the weird thing is, Zamir's outside, not sleeping, and Furbog goes into the shop. And apparently, you get the idea that Lance's place is more than just a shop.
Oh, it's a Waffle House.
And as Furbog opens the door, you hear like some music playing downstairs.
Didn't you see the tie on the door? You can't just walk in.
And there's you get the feeling other things are going on. So my question is, are you walking in? And no, the dragon head's not going to fit through the door, unfortunately.
I'm walking in. Make the fat fuck dragon who went to go take a piss wait outside
Yep,
with the
correct.
dragon.
All right, so Sotheby, Furbog, Zamir, you're coming in. Everyone's
go.
staying outside but
Oh.
Tyrannus.
I'm going to stay out.
I was gonna come in too.
No, I said everyone. I'm sorry, everyone's going inside besides.
I've been here all day. I'm going to watch what's going on outside.
All right, you and Tyrannus are going to stay outside.
Yeah,
All
sounds
right.
good to me.
All right. You guys go in, and the original location, if you remember, where Lance's sort of specialty shop was in the basement, where all of his select clientele go, where you got your crystal sword, I think you got your
We got
ring.
ambushed.
But you also did get ambushed.
Racers.
Adjacent to that, or the opposite side of it, there's another room. And you open the door, and just
A crinkling in the corner happens.
you hear people opening up a bag of chips as they walk in the door.
It's a party.
You walk in the door, or you open up the door, and there's like there's a small band in the corner. There's almost like a speakeasy at this point. You have a bar going from one end of the room all the way to the other. It's probably about 15 to 20 feet long. Or, sorry, 20 to 30 feet long. There's 4 or 5 people already sitting there. And you see Lance behind the bar, tending bar, and making drinks. And he's concocting something, and he sees the door open, and he looks at you guys, and he's like surprised and happy and almost bewildered, like, how did you even know to come down here? And as you're walking in, Furbog's like right behind you, and he waves him over, and he pours his patron a drink, and then he reaches under the table and he gives Furbog something. And then Furbog whispers into his ear, and as he's whispering into his ear, you see him give some of the money that he just earned to Lance. And Lance waves, Tyrannus, you and Zamir are staying outside during this. He waves you guys over, and he starts to pour an additional drink of what he just poured Furbog. And he says, "Seems like a good haul, boys. Heard you have something outside that might be quite profitable. Have a drink." My boy Furbog here says, outside of feeling a little woozy, it was a pretty damn good fight.
Sidebar. Did Furbog actually do anything in the fight? I don't remember how well he did in the fight.
Yeah, I don't know what he did in the fight, but he ran up. He ran up
Okay.
to the.
Decode at some
yeah.
point at least.
Yeah.
I don't remember. I was just
I mean, he probably wasn't the highest damage dealer by any stretch, but
he
he
if he sucked, I
he
was
also
gonna
did
roll a
help. He did help.
Carry the gold back.
No, I'm saying there was a
Yeah,
point
his own
where
gold
he
back.
helped Drasco.
Yeah.
When the dragon came close, I know he charged it. So, or I might be making that up. I don't know. That sounds like something that we'll have to replay it in the podcast.
Drasko was crying in the corner, and Furbog came over, gave him
So-
a band-aid or something. Hurt, you cried.
Yeah.
Don't cry.
Well, we'll see. We'll see what the price is.
Well, I'm not suggesting that we split that. That's just what Furbach told me. But I would say probably a good 2,000. Find the right taxidermist. Find somebody who would love to have a large dragon head across their front lawn. I don't know. But that being said, let's celebrate. You brought my boy home back safe and sound. As you can see, my establishment has been known from time to time to entertain the good folks here at Centrum after hours. So, by all means, sit down, relax, and we're going to be open for another hour or so. Drinks are on me, and if you need anything, you let me know. So at this point, you're sort of mingling with the crowd. There's probably about 25, 30 people in there. It's not a huge area, but again, it's a bit of like a speakeasy. Not everyone knows about it. Those who know about it keep it quiet, and it's light music, maybe the kind of music that's playing in the background here.
The one he's dancing to.
Yeah,
So you guys-
he's he doesn't even hear the music. He's just right
throwing me
on.
off.
He's on cue right now. So, what do you want to do next?
I'm outside still, so don't look at me.
Yeah. All right. So inside, is there anything that you want to ask Lance or do while you're sort of? This is a bit of an interesting time because you're well rested, and your biological clock's kind of screwed up because your circadian rhythm, as they say, is a little bit out of whack. You're wide awake. Is there anything you want to do?
Let's go work out.
Let's go for a run.
Iron.
Let's go for a run.
Something I can specifically think of. I think we should talk to Lance maybe after following morning
Okay.
about the dragon head, and
Okay.
in the meantime we can
Alright.
just chill.
So you hang out for a little bit, and then you know, an hour goes by. Lance flicks the torches on and off. He says everyone's got to hit the bricks. You guys start to head back to the tavern where you're staying, or are you going back to Mom and Dad's place?
No, we'll go back to the tavern.
Okay, so you go back to the tavern.
early in the morning. So
All right, you go back to the tavern. There's someone there. You pay for rooms. Throw 3 gold in for all of you guys. Where are you putting the dragon head? You gonna put a club around it and
Keep it with Lance.
attach it to a stable? Well, it won't fit inside the door. Is my
Well,
point.
that's Lance's problem at this point, right? We got our 2,000.
Well,
We
are you
we
giving
didn't-
it to Lance?
we
He said
didn't-
he was buying it.
No,
didn't
he
do it
didn't
yet.
say. He said you could just find a good price for it.
Isn't this thing going to decompose soon?
It's
Well-
been a day.
So
Yeah.
should we bring it to a taxidermist?
Well, that's fine. You could do
At
that,
3
but you
a.m. I don't think they're going to be up.
Big Apple,
Oh, for
3
a couple
a.m.
grand, they
They're
will be up.
taxidermists. They're
We'll wake
weird.
them up.
Come on.
Yeah, we're looking for the taxidermist.
I'll take care of the room.
Well, I need to know where you're going. Are you going to the tavern? Are you going to the inn? You're going to the taxidermist at 3 a.m. or 4 a.m. now.
Wait, why is it 4 a.m.?
Because that's what the DM said.
Because of the way the time worked. They long rested in the middle of the day, and they long rested, and by the time they were rested, it was still early in the morning.
All
You
right,
were
let's
you were outside because you were known to have a couple drinks after work, and knowing that
So
Lance
while
runs.
at work,
Can we
too.
just short rest?
Sure.
So what do you want to do? Just
short rest.
so you just want to hang out at the end for a
Yeah.
while.
Yeah.
What are you doing with the dragon head?
It's clearly got to go wherever we go.
Yeah.
I understand, but it's not fitting in the inn at this point.
We'll just
It's way too
Park
big.
it, park it outside.
we'll tie it off to the horse thing.
All right, you gotta tie it off.
Put the club on it.
Put the club on it. You
Put
gotta
the club on it.
tie it in. All right. All right.
Cross the horns.
For those who were not born in the 90s, a club was a device used to keep your steering wheel from moving, and it would lock. No longer used.
See, this is the problem I run into with the course like.
Why did we stop using that? Steering wheel's still turned. Nothing's changed.
I
Right.
guess it was
Get a
easy to
little
pick,
That's why I
Sure,
gotta
we can
get
make
a
better
and also
locks.
electronic locks now. Like a lot of cars don't even have keyholes.
As far as I'm aware of, every single car still has a steering wheel.
That's not what I'm saying, Joe.
What?
Anyway, I digress. We'll talk about this
I
later.
think because more cars have alarms and automatic locks where...
Agree. Still got a
That's because they
steering
don't
wheel.
sell the Viper anymore.
Viper's arm, stand back.
Viper disabled.
All right. So anyway,
Yeah.
for all you 1990s kids listening, we appreciate that.
Subscribe to the channel.
Subscribe to this for more useless old ass facts. We'll talk about Blockbuster next session and
West Coast Video.
Hollywood Video and all that fun stuff. All right, so you guys hang out. The inn, you ask the innkeeper to keep an eye on the large ass dragon head. You tie it to somewhere. No one's taking it. You guys hang out for a little bit, have some food. It's about 8 o'clock now. Sunrise, risen, and
Roads.
what's that?
Roads.
Will have risen.
Jesus.
And let's just say it's 8 o'clock at this point. What would you like to do?
Check, is the head still there?
The head is still there.
Priority
Okay.
one.
There's a couple of people walking by and slightly disturbed by it. The innkeeper says, "I need you to move this."
All right, so let's
Now.
go. Let's go to
Taxidermist.
or yeah, we can go to the taxidermist, see if he'll want it directly. We'll sell it to him. We could also see if Lance wants it. We could sell it to him for either gold or see if there's an item that he would barter for.
I thought he wasn't interested.
He said it could be 2,000.
No, Lance gave you the he gave you the impression that you could find
Yeah, he
a
wasn't
good
interested.
buyer.
he
but
was not making an offer.
No, he was
Oh,
not.
Okay.
No.
Sorry. All right, so yeah, we'll go to the taxidermist and see what.
But dude, you could stuff this thing and slap a whole bunch of things on it.
I mean, it's probably like good, like 30 miles to the gallon, probably.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
All right. So what are you going?
I bet you.
go-
Taxidermist.
I bet
You
you,
go-
didn't
okay.
plan for this. Taxidermist.
Okay. So you spend a little bit of time figuring out where the taxidermist is, and you start to haul this head, which again is not light. So 2 of you, 3 of you walking around, and you bring it to the taxidermist. His shop's actually not open yet.
Still building it.
Yeah, taxidermist coming in 2026 is what it says. You walk into. There isn't anyone in the shop outside of a middle-aged gentleman who is more or less opening up at this time. And you can see, like, inside the store, different types of animals hung up on the wall as almost like displays. And as you're starting to approach, you can see his face change in expression. And he kind of peers out of the large door that's windowed or has a glass pane. And he like runs to the door. He opens it up and he goes, "That's not gonna fit. Why don't you gentlemen push that onto the side here? Come inside, we can have a conversation."
We oblige.
And he sees like clapping it, like cleaning off his hands, almost like he has like dust and stuff on it. And he has a bunch of equipment. He has like a little tool belt and a bunch of equipment attached to the belt. He says, I have to say, I don't think I was imagining a adult dragon head as a job that I would be doing anytime soon. Can I ask, where did you acquire such a head?
Genetics.
Genetics?
Ayo.
Never mind.
Zing.
Oh,
I just got it.
stupid. I'm editing that out.
Yeah, we tell him.
Yeah,
It's from
yeah.
the island of Clamor Ignis.
Ignis.
And are you hoping to get this taxidermied for someone else?
We were wondering maybe this is something you might want to be interested into purchasing yourself for your own shop's profit.
I mean, I could do wonders with something like this, but I usually people bring me what they want to have taxidermied, and then I'll provide a service for them. Do you know? Do you folks want me to do that for you? Or are you looking to put this in a house, a guild, something?
No.
Oh.
Would you be at all interested in being the first on your block to own an adult Clamor Ignis dragon head fresh? I guarantee
it would be...
no one else is coming today to bring you one of these.
It would be an interesting...
Or for the next week or month.
Talking point. I'll give you...
Possibly the next year.
I'll give you 500 gold pieces for it.
Off to the side, you see us talking and nodding and murmuring.
Okay.
Yet we come to our senses and rejoin the party. Yes, that sounds like a great idea.
Okay.
No. Whoa.
Time out. Sidebar.
We're just gonna what? Carry this thing around? Forever?
No, sell them for more than that.
Where do we sell our other ones?
I can't remember how much.
No, where?
Lance bought them.
Lance bought the one, yeah.
We're dragging this thing back to Lance and saying, hey.
Well, let's go fucking talk to Lance again. He's drinking and running a business last time. Why don't we...
I mean...
You're absolutely right, Joe. I did not think I would be spending an hour talking about a dragon
I
head.
tried to make this nice and quick. Just to
I know,
tell
I
it all
appreciate that.
quick.
I appreciate that, Joe.
Sorry for playing the game.
That's fine, dude.
Sorry for playing the game.
We didn't have to go to a taxidermy. We didn't bring it back. I'm just saying, it's fun and it's end the taxidermy joke for now. It's
1,000 gold pieces.
oh, don't scare him away.
You could sell it for double, finding a nice rich guy.
Sell it for
I
triple.
could, but I mean, I have to get it in here first, and that probably means taking a part of this door, and I'll do 600.
750.
All right, you're gonna have to roll me a persuasion check at this point. And I will say, if you fail,
It's going down.
he is likely to just say no altogether.
Do it. Just gonna leave it on his front step if we fail.
And I will also say, like, you get the idea that this is a talented taxidermist, but you're looking at the pieces in his store. Nothing comes close to the dragon head that the other dragon heads, the size that those were. Nothing comes close to those. So this is kind of a small time guy, and you get the idea that he doesn't have a whole lot of money to blow around. Now, this could be a good investment for him, but that's why he's being the way he is. So, you want to persuade him for the, would you say 700?
750.
We said 750. I said 600. I don't know. What was the counter? 700?
No, the counter we're at 750. Yeah, I say we just stop at 600.
I mean, at this point, what are we going to buy?
Doesn't matter.
Nothing.
Just take the gold.
Let's just take the gold. We just got 2,000 gold.
Oh, that's what you use this dragon head
I mean,
in the final fight.
there are other weapons and armors and things that we could... These sort of things that we could...
So you want to barter with Lance to see if we can get something?
Or get more gold to purchase other things.
Question,
Do we
who's got
want to just
2,000?
ask Lance if he knows somebody else that would do it? Just tell the guy,
So
look,
La-
all right,
so
look,
I-
we'll
I-
hang on to
I
your
mean-
$600 deal. We're going to see if somebody else wants it, but we'll come back to you.
I mean, the other thing is Lance is probably not going to be awake for another few hours because he was working the speakeasy until 4 a.m.
No, he's awake.
Well, why are we awake then?
Question for the DM.
because we were sleeping.
There's nothing we can
We didn't
utilize from the
sleep.
dragon.
We
like
rested
the horns,
during the day.
teeth, the
I
hide,
didn't.
Nothing that could be.
You guys are just dragging my tired ass around, trying to sell this
Yeah, I was
dragon
about to
head.
say, can we take it to a blacksmith, have him make dragon armor?
No, this is not Monster Hunter, unfortunately.
I'm out then.
Yeah. I mean, there could be alchemic properties that you could do with the horns, but nothing that, because none of you are alchemists. I don't think any of you have like a feat for that.
I'm a full metal alchemist.
Yeah.
My vote was to cut it to 600 and just go.
If you want to talk to Lance one last time, try to barter something for a weapon or something. I'm cool with that, and then we'll come back to this guy and be like, all right, we'll take your deal if it doesn't pan out.
I'm okay with that.
There we go.
All right, so the taxidermist says at 600, you guys say, hey, we're gonna see if we could shop this around. He says, understand. If you guys are interested,
Offer will be
the offer's still open. So you
What
guys,
is, before we leave,
Yeah.
what does he have in his shop? Anything?
a mimic head.
no, he has
Are they all like stuffed?
like deer, elk, fox,
but not
boar.
like pelts or like head, like things to wear or anything.
No,
like
no, 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 no.
Okay.
It's all like trophies at this
Stuff.
point.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right. Dragging the dragon head to Lance's place yet again. By the time you get there, and after having the discussion with the taxidermist and going back and forth, we'll say it's about 9 o'clock. You walk up to Lance's place. You do a little on the door.
Housekeeping?
About 30 seconds pass. There's nothing. And then again. And you hear, oh, hold on, we're coming. And you see Furbog open the door. He's, oh, hey guys, what's going on? Kind of early. Boss isn't ready yet. We're just recovering from last night. What do you need?
Do you know when he might be?
Yeah, it's, we
Talk, or-
can be up in about half an hour or so. He's just having his coffee. You know. We're just kind of getting ready inside.
All right.
You guys need some? Come on in. Come on in.
But you guys want to drag this back to the taxidermist? I guess we're going in.
Could
We're
we
going
run
in.
in a wagon or something to carry this thing
That
around?
costs money. We
A
can't
what?
afford that.
Run in a wagon to carry this thing around?
Could have.
Too late.
U-Haul.
Stall a wagon?
We're in it to win it now. We're carrying this damn thing.
Take
I
it to
mean,
the end
just
of the
seems a
game.
bit excessive.
Put it in inventory.
Put it in the inventory.
Could just wear it.
Yeah.
Around my neck.
Make it a necklace.
It's like
No,
Sir
it is-
Mix-a-Lot
Put
or...
a helmet on. Just wear it as a helmet. Or see through the mouth.
A helmet's not a bad idea, actually.
Be like a Flavor Flav.
That's
with
what
a
I
big
flavor.
club.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
So we go
mighty-
in. We
mighty
leave the
fine
dragon.
So you walk. Yeah. So you walk
Yeah,
in,
we're just waiting.
and you see Lance in there. He's kind of like got the bags under his eyes. Like, what are you guys doing here?
You're saying this Lance can't hang?
Well, Lance is a little older. So,
We worked all night. Leave the guy. Give the guy a break.
Are you bringing that goddamn dragon head again? Are you just dragging that everywhere?
Go ahead, Christopher. This is your barter.
You want to buy it?
It's very smooth.
Yep, good start.
If I wanted to buy it, I would have told you last night I wanted to buy it.
Told you guys.
So you don't want to buy it?
Ask him again.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Wait, do you want to buy
I'll tell you
it?
what. Give me.
Drink your coffee. Huh?
Have some coffee.
I'll give me 500 for it. Give me 500 for it.
I think we should take this deal right now.
$750.
Guys, no.
This is better than the other two dragons.
Where am I going to put this? Can't even fit it in the goddamn shop. I got to
like
put it
a-
outside.
Sounds like a you problem.
Well, no, it's not me a problem. I ain't paying for it.
Make it into like
Guys,
a nice
I've only
sofa,
had one cup
you
of
know, a
coffee.
Nice little seat in front of your shop.
I don't want your stupid dragon
I
head.
think if you slap this on the
It's-
front of your building, your business will.
And then you hear Furbog. Hey, boss, I never killed a dragon like that before. Okay, and? Well, you know,
There you go,
Yeah,
Furbog.
look, boss, maybe I'll some of the money I give you put to a dragon. I'll put some of my money toward it.
I mean,
He
he
hasn't
Kind of
had
like
many
he kind of like
adventures.
he does this deep sigh, and you know he has like this deep affection for him.
he did freaking.
You're not going to let him go on any adventures again.
And he looks, he goes,
Come
all right, how much you got?
on.
Yeah, I'll do like 300. I'll give you guys 550 for it for my boy.
So you get 550, he's got 300.
No,
That's
550
850.
total. You ape.
Let's take this quick. I'm tired of dragging this thing all over town.
You haven't done shit.
I'm helping drag this thing.
Are you?
Yeah.
And you see, you like, when he says 550, Furbog, you know, 6 whatever, 5, 6 stands behind him, and he looks like this kid, like that's super excited that got like a Nintendo for Christmas, and he's just like hoping that 550 is enough.
All right.
550.
For Furbog.
Yeah, for Furbog.
For Furdo. All right.
You have my
And
axe.
you say yep, and you hear a from Furbog, like a little squeak. He's like, thanks, boss.
All right, I'll put 550 in the
He says, well,
community trust.
I'll pay the taxidermist to take care of this, boss. Don't worry about it. And just leave it outside. I'll take care of it.
Yeah, we get rid of this damn thing. All right, let's go kill shit.
All right. As you're making your way outside,
Oh, Zamir, here's 2,000 gold for you.
Do I need to put that in my jaw?
Yes.
well, unless you're gonna remember it. Also, talk in the microphone. Thanks. I mean,
Do I need to
you
put
could
that
have
in
it.
my
You
jaw?
could have it higher if you want. You put it up there.
I
mean, because you stand so well and erect.
Whoa.
Oh, what are we
Why
talking
you always
about
gotta
here?
talk about my erection.
God damn, here we go.
I'll pay 500 for it.
Sold. I've never been offered that much for that.
Yeah, but he didn't say what, 500 what?
500
I don't give a shit. It's a
lemon
big
heads.
number.
500 dick slaps?
That's fine.
All right. As you walk outside, you see a couple of guards approaching you, and they kind of give you a kind wave, and they say, "Sorry, gentlemen. Which one of you is Thjis Featherbrew?"
Yo.
Ah, Thjis, haven't had the pleasure. I come on behalf of our captain, Lord Warren, and he told us that you and your kin here have been coming around this establishment, so we would hope we would find you here. He has passed along this, and he gives you an envelope,
Okay.
and he says, if I were you, I would do well by the captain and accept his host graciously. Good day, gentlemen. And they kind of walk away.
Okay, so I open the envelope.
You open the envelope, and it's a small little envelope, and it says that you are requested to join Warren for dinner tonight.
Me, just me.
It was just for you. And it gives you
God, we get rid of this guy for a night. We can actually have some fucking fun.
it gives you a small little directions to his estate.
How is the handwriting or the penmanship or font that is used on this card? Does it look
Should
like a
we-
serial killer wrote it?
It's
or
it's cut out of little different newspaper
I'm trying to
clips.
get at.
Yeah, exactly. No,
We
it's
a real-
cast detect good and evil on it.
looks real, authentic.
yeah. It's got it was sealed with the seal of Central. There's no reason
It's
for
one of those
you
twist
to
off caps where you have to squeeze it. And
yeah. There's no reason for you to think that it's a fake.
And so, did I read that out loud or in my head? Like,
I'll say you read it first. If you want to, if they want to be aware of it, you can let them know.
all right, boys, I've been invited. I, by myself, have been invited to Warren's estate for dinner.
Oh, the letter says bring the dragon head. No,
We sold that bitch.
no, we're joking. Stupid joke.
what are you asking us?
It has the time.
No, I'm
And stuff
I'm
like that, it was all in
stating.
there.
Oh, all right. Good.
Well, a lot of people would know about this because the guards know.
Right, but he also killed my parents.
Wait, who did?
Did we know that yet?
I don't think we knew that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because Balaric told him.
Oh, that's right.
Wait, who's ball drag?
Ball drag my
Mickey,
nuts
just
on your
come
face.
in for the ride. That's it, Mickey.
Don't worry, Mickey. Here's the.
It's the
just play with a shiny coin.
Did I write that down?
he was an old guy in a tavern.
And he was also the guy that sent you to Alu as well.
Yeah.
Moises? Or
Yes.
Fleabag?
Yeah, well, you've made that joke before, so I figured you would remember. Yes.
Moises.
What's this?
So I have great trepidation about this.
Oh, wait a second. Oh, I'm sorry. Keep going.
And, whether I should accept or not.
Yes.
I'm sold. DM sold. Yeah, it makes sense to me.
Why not?
You want to find out what this cloak does first?
Does it give you a +1?
Because, like you
It
said,
it doesn't say.
like you said, if it's a cloak of invisibility, then one of us could be hanging out with you.
Yeah, let's see.
So in order to ascertain the...
I got a mind reading potion I can share with you if you want to
Ooh.
give it to him.
Do you?
That's right. He did. Yeah, I
I think
believe.
I
Yeah.
stole it or bought it. I don't
Yeah,
remember. but it's in my
No,
inventory.
he does. I do remember that.
That's not
In
bad
order
idea
to
either.
ascertain the cloak, you would have to spend time. So we'll say this because you guys did the long rest and then the short rest. Spending time
Medium-sized
to
rest.
identify the cloak itself, you realize it is a mantle of spell resistance. So, oops, I can't spell. I can't spell.
Spell the spell resistance.
So this, it gives you the advantage on saving throws against spells while you wear this cloak. So you need to decide if you want to use that. You have to attune it. If you want to give it to somebody else, they would have to attune it. Okay.
You got it.
All right. Thjis, what are you doing?
Doesn't make you invisible.
No.
Well, it's still
This is not
morning,
Harry
so-
Potter. What's that?
It's still like morning.
It is.
Okay,
It is. Okay. It
Oh,
tell
we
it's
need to
on
go-
on the invitation. It gives you a time of 6 o'clock
Okay. We need to go to deliver some ash, as we promised.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
to.
The farmer.
Oh God, the farmer at Portobello.
Portobello.
Here, guys, I'm gonna do this. Maybe this will
Oh, the overall map.
jog your memory here.
Don't have to jog it. I just told you.
No, but I'm saying if you see it, it might help the other
It was
guys remember.
a loop.
Yeah.
There it is. Yeah, Portobello.
Yep. Very good, Joe. Good job.
But it was outside the Portobello.
Yes, it was correct. Correct.
We're all saying the
so
same
you
thing here.
want to
Yeah, we gotta
beam
take it.
there and then beam back?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Hold your breath.
So Sotheby is going to peace out for a little bit. He says he's got some things to do in Central.
Yep.
So the four of you.
Can I hang with Sotheby?
I'm sorry, I can't hear you if you don't talk in your
Trade you
mic.
to a
Can I
furball.
hang with Sotheby? See what he's doing.
You need what? 3 people for the
Yes.
spell?
Yeah.
Then yeah, the 3 people are good. All right. So the 3 of you go to Hello, and you've been there many times, so no issues there. And you find the gentleman that because she gave you the ash, right?
Yes.
To get
I
to
was about to
Clamor
say it
Ignis,
was
thank
correct.
you.
Yeah.
Needed a little bit of a memory jog there. And you
I mean, unless she changed.
no.
It's fine.
Yep. You find them, and you have a small satchel of the ash. And as promised, you, much to their surprise, it's been what, a day and a half later, almost 2 days. And
Almost 2
I
days.
think you might have said 3 to 5 days or something like that. You give them the sash, and they are surprised, overjoyed, ecstatic. They hug the 3 of you, and they ask with concern where your other compatriots are, thinking that something bad might have happened.
They died.
This concerned look over their face as you say that.
No, the 2 are still back at the town.
Okay. Well,
We were
This-
all safe.
you've done the port a great service. With this ash, I will be able to grow crops for the next several seasons in overabundance. Thank you so much. Bless you very much. And at that point, what else would you like to do?
I'm good with teleporting back.
Yeah. We got
All right.
nothing else to do here.
All right, we're gonna roll then.
For initiative?
No, we're gonna roll for the teleport.
Oh.
This is your
I was
second
like, what are we
time.
fighting, the farmer?
Your second time in.
We all roll?
No, I'm rolling.
Oh, you're
Oh.
rolling.
You can roll all you want. It doesn't do
I
anything.
That's
but-
Let me
good,
roll
'cause
too.
I didn't roll very well. It was a bad roller.
All right.
Yeah, I rolled a 4 on
I gotta roll a D100.
it. D100.
Well, not a D100, but
D1 on 5.
Dude's nuts.
I need a D.
Phillies win?
Cubs win.
Hi!
Did the Phils win?
11-6.
Nice. All right. You guys are good to go.
Woo!
Slightly taxing on your bodies, but within, we'll assume a couple hours have passed, so it's probably noonish, midday. And you're back in where in Central did you want to go?
Tavern.
Just back to them.
Well, you don't know where they're at.
Oh, that's right.
to the tavern.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Because you're back at the inn. And no worse for wear. What's next?
Well, don't we have to wait
Let's
for
go.
what's his face to contact us?
Who?
Or
They're deciding on whether you're going or not.
the god of
I mean,
order?
that is one thing you're waiting for, yes.
Why don't we go to my step parents' place, my adopted parents' place. Just check in.
Oh yeah, and then your
Okay.
dinner.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
We
So
can
you,
tell them what and see what they say.
Do they know?
do they know what?
Well, they adopted me.
Right, but do they?
Do they know you're adopted?
No, but I forget the backstory. Were they friends?
No.
They just adopted him.
As far as everybody knows, I want to be careful here because I'm not sure what you know, Chris, and what everybody else knows.
Just let it all hang out.
To my knowledge, they know. Our group knows as much as I do.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. When Thjis was adopted, they know that the reason for his adoption was his parents no longer were there.
Right.
They don't know the circumstances of what caused his.
They don't know this motherfucker killed him.
Yeah, correct.
Now,
They know of the travesty that happened, but they don't know who or what or things like that. Because he was away when this all happened. He wasn't there.
Who was
he
away?
was away.
Thjis was.
Thjis
Thjis was.
away.
Yes.
How old were you?
I was, I don't know the exact age, but I was old enough to be studying
Yeah.
abroad.
He was young, like 8, 9, 10ish. Okay, so you're gonna go back to mom and dad's place.
Yep.
Go ahead, Ben.
So, would you tell them then?
I mean,
The adoptive parents?
that's my plan, is to say,
So
hey,
we're
this
gonna
is-
we're gonna have a deep combo going in here.
I mean,
all right, let's do
see
this.
what they say.
Roll for
Roll
initiative.
for conversation.
Roll on with my homies.
Rolling with my homies.
All right.
Yeah, let's do this.
So you go to the Feather Brew Inn, midday, lunchtime. They have some appetizer specials.
Ooh.
You know,
Buy
dollar
one, get one.
wings.
Dollar wings. Wow,
Things
that's
like that.
expensive.
Every time that you've been here, it gives you a nice, warm and familiar setting. For Thjis, he's home. For someone like Drasco, he feels welcomed. For Zamir and Tyrannus, they feel as if they have a safety net.
Oh, I'm still out with Sotheby.
Hmm?
I'm still out with Sotheby.
Oh, that's right, you are. I'm sorry. Yeah,
What are
he's
they
still out
doing
with
right now.
Yeah, he's still out with Sotheby. You and I'll get to you guys in a second.
Sotheby went on his own. I went on my own.
He ran away.
He's
He's
like,
like,
"I'm in."
yeah, I'll be over here, and he ran the opposite way.
We split off.
You did it again.
Okay, that's fine. It's, all right, that's fine.
So if you want to come to me,
Yeah, Sotheby was doing some side shopping, and him and Zamir were hanging out, and then Zamir and him broke up.
Do these pants look good on me?
So your
It's not tight enough
parents
in the
see you as always. They, they're smaller. They they greet you with a big hug, and as you walk in, it's that very much, Cheers mentality of Norm, it's Thjis, oh God, it's Thjis, he's home, my boy's home. And
Who's Norm?
from Cheers?
The guy
No,
from
no,
Cheers.
In character. who's
Okay.
Norm?
All right. The first thing your father comes up to and says, "What is this about a dragon's head I've been hearing people talk about for
Which
the past
one?
day?"
Which one?
Yeah.
Do you want to buy one? Are you interested?
We sold it.
We sold it
We
already.
buy it. He's offered 1,000.
No, it's fur body.
You started this life so short ago, and now you're bringing home dragon heads. Tell me, my boy, what's going on? You've been with your second family, and you're bringing home dragon heads now. Like, what's
Just trying to
Technically
make the world a
third
better
family.
place. Whoa.
Settle down.
yeah, really,
It's like
holy
very
cow.
harsh.
Sorry.
Wow,
Oh my God.
Too
Detect
soon?
evil in
that's
yourself.
very
Too
paladin-ish, not like-ish. Yeah, that's
Unpaladinish.
yeah,
It's a new word.
paladin.
Anyway, regarding that,
Oh, I'm sorry. That was a sidebar.
So anyway, yeah,
Yeah.
your dad.
Here we go.
so I got a invitation from Vance for
Not
dinner.
bad.
No,
Not bad.
No.
your dad says, "Try again."
Captain Morgan?
Not sidebar.
Warren the
Warren.
Oh,
bellman.
Warren.
Warren.
Yeah.
For dinner at his place tonight.
Oh, what up? Oh, Captain of the Guard. He's definitely been keeping the peace here at Central since our late queen passed away. Thank you, sir.
I don't know if I can trust him.
Well, there was that business before where you were falsely accused, but I figured everything was good now. I mean, you've obviously been showing that you're doing right by Central and her people. Why wouldn't you be able to trust them?
So while we were defeating dragons and doing good for this world, come to find out that he's the one that was responsible for killing my parents in Aboria.
And when you say that, your dad, you're at the front of the bar. Your dad's sort of, within, I don't know, a foot from you. Although he's kind of looking up, you're looking down. And there's some people here. And as soon as he does that, he walks over the bar, like climbs on top of the bar, jumps down, opens the door, and he says, "I'm sorry, everybody, but we got to call lunch early." He says, "I'll refund everybody's. Just come back later for dinner. I'll take care of you." And without, like, a peep, people get up, they put their stuff where they are, and they all leave. And for the first time, you see your father take this level of command and respect that you've never really seen before. Your father's never been that type of person. And as he says that, your mom sort of comes out from the back after she originally greeted you. She went back in the back, and she's coming back out. She's like, "Honey, what's going on?" And he puts his finger up as everyone's leaving. He closes the door, locks it, goes back to the front of the bar, starts pouring himself a drink, and he says, "Continue."
So while we were out traveling, I found out that the reason why my parents died was at his hands because of the war.
The war. And he just killed him? Do you have proof?
A man named Baldric told me this, and I don't have a reason to not trust him at this point. He told me information about my parents that I did not know about. He knew my parents.
What did he tell you exactly? Do you remember?
Let me think.
Let me go back to my notes.
Let me go back to my
Exactly.
notes. So done.
So basically, he told me that the current ruler wanted to purge those who were not pure blood nobility, and that I was of noble descent, being a half elf, half human. That they perished at the hands of Warren, like many others.
Well, if what you say is true, this is almost 15 years ago.
And I'm not looking necessarily for vengeance. I just don't know if I
Why
can
not?
trust him.
And your dad like chimes in.
Well, because that was 15 years ago, and you have been as much as my parents as the ones that have perished. I don't necessarily need to hold on to that grief and let it weigh down on me. But at the same time, I can't trust a man who murdered my parents and who accused us of murder. Now, albeit we proved our innocence, but I can't trust him. And based on this invitation, it looks like I'm the only one that's invited to this dinner.
Is there any way that your crew could stay close enough that should something happen, they could be there? I've heard your talents are well known here in Central over the past couple of months, and
Well, we haven't really talked about it, and we don't know much about his residence. But my biggest concern, aside from the safety of myself, is the safety of you guys.
I mean, I appreciate that, son, but I don't think there's any reason for us to feel threatened. I mean, there's more at stake here than just vengeance. There's justice for all the good that Warren has done for Central. If what you're saying is true, there's a right and wrong to things that I've raised you to do, and you've grown up to be the man that you are because of that. And you tell me these things, and I respect your decision, but justice and, may I say, vengeance does have its place in the world.
I'm not ruling out justice, but I'm not letting it weigh down on me.
Well, you're a good lad. I can't tell you what to do, but I don't think Warren would be stupid enough to do anything. And as he says that, he opens the door, and there's a couple people, and he says, "The good captain wouldn't do anything tonight when my son was to go have dinner with him." People kind of look around, and they go, "Oh, yeah." They keep walking. He says, "Don't worry. If enough people know you're having dinner with them, Warren won't do anything with you. Maybe he wants to know what you know. Maybe he doesn't know anything. Maybe he wants to talk strategy. Keep your calm, son."
What can you tell us about his residence?
I mean, it's not overly lavish. It's bigger than some of the places here, but he has been the captain or lord of the guard for almost a decade. It's I've never been in there, but it's not overly lavish.
Is it isolated, or is it?
It's a little isolated, but not in the middle of nowhere. It's to the north of Centrum, but in the inner district. So not too far from the actual keep where the queen used to be. It would make sense since she was always her guard, so he wanted to be close.
Is his residence heavily fortified, or?
I don't know. I would imagine he has a couple of guards, but
I mean, like, is it like small windows, or is it just a normal house?
That I don't know.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I've never been invited.
Okay. What do you guys think?
I'm with your dad with this one. Let's get some justice.
Well, you're the Oath of Vengeance paladin,
Exactly.
so that would make sense.
Exactly.
How about
Or at
you,
least have a conversation
little
with.
tiefling?
At least have a conversation with Warren.
How do you feel?
He says burning hands.
Where's
But
the paper?
But I'm not invited, so I can't really
Yeah,
burn
that's true.
hands.
Well,
Well,
How
we'll
do
be.
you feel?
I mean,
do you want a vengeance or do you want a justice?
where's the line?
Murder?
Right?
Death?
He
You want
must
to kill
be-
him
How
or
about you,
apologize?
Zamir?
I'm not with you. I'm out doing my own thing. I'm
Oh,
not
yes,
with
yeah.
you. I'm out doing my own thing.
Thank you.
There we go.
So forgive him or kill him.
Well, is there a way that we can position you guys close by?
I can also cast Zone of Truth.
I could just walk in and say
That's
I'm your
not that
bodyguard.
far, though.
I
Is
think
it?
it's 60 feet.
Yeah, well, you could have
If I'm right out the window.
Yeah, because you are
Very
the epitome of
sneaky.
stealth, let me tell you.
My -1.
Yeah.
What if we
Heavy
all,
ass
what
armor.
If we all show up, and I can just say, "Oh, I thought
Well, I
it
mean,
was
his
a group."
door. I mean, his gate is. What kind of? Does he have a gate at his house? He probably has guards in front. So
You don't.
they
Yeah,
know.
you don't know.
Okay.
I mean,
We don't
the address and directions are on the letter, but you've never seen his place.
I mean, we can go scope it out real fast.
I mean, we could, or we could all just show up and be like, "Oh, I thought we were all invited for doing such great deeds."
Agree.
Because the letter didn't say just you, or did it?
Does it
It,
plus
did
one,
it
not.
was
plus two?
addressed
It
to
says
only
you-
him,
it says
and
you
it had
are invited.
it had no mention of anybody else.
All right, you could just say we're your plus 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever.
Yeah. Like I assumed this was for all of us.
All right, let's go. Let's.
All right, so you're gonna wait for the night to fall,
Yeah.
and you are going to walk to Warren's place.
you can tell by the way I'm
That's right.
We could
Yeah.
just look up the
On Google Maps.
yeah. Let's just ring it up.
Is there a spell for that?
Google-
Use that scroll.
Google spell.
Yeah, I'm sorry. The only thing we get is MapQuest, guys. It's a lower level spell, and
No,
you
we
gotta
got
you gotta print it out too.
We got the scroll. It's level 7.
Oh,
Map
level
quest.
7 is Google. That's correct. Yes.
Well, Joe didn't want to look up level 7 spells, so you might want to spend that time doing it. All right.
What was Zamir doing this whole time?
So we'll say it will be. We'll say before you go to the estate, you're at the inn, and Zamir ends up walking in. You end up seeing him.
Did you get some new pants, Amir?
Does it look like I got new pants?
Looks like you're not wearing pants at all.
No.
Am I
way.
Porky Pig in it?
goodness.
Are they see-through
We
pants?
told you about that.
Invisipants?
Damn it,
I picked
Zamir.
up
We
a
talked
new
about
John
this.
Cena shirt. You can't see me.
I don't know who John Cena is. So.
He doesn't.
you
He doesn't exist in
Because
this
you
world.
can't see him.
Because you can't.
He's a myth. He's actually just a myth at this point.
He's probably one of the heroes that fought.
It's like Hercules, but
John Cena.
John Cena.
All right. You tell him about.
Yeah, we give him the Cliff Notes.
Okay. I don't know who Cliff is, but yeah, you can give him his notes. And
He's a big red dog.
you all start to walk into the inner district. You go past the keep. And as you start to go past the keep, you start to see more and more guards. But you see guards that are dressed slightly different. They have sort of cloaks going over their right shoulder. They seem to be important. As you walk by these guards, they look at you, but they don't say anything. And you get closer and closer until you get to the front of Warren's estate. Again, it resembles some of the other higher houses, or I guess higher priced houses in the inner district, which is where a lot of the wealthy residents, the well-known residents of Centrum live.
I guess it's too late now. I should have done the eye thing.
How far can we see Warren at all?
No. No, right now you're just looking at the front. You're maybe about
Just to check if there was chaos.
20, 30 yards from the front of his house. Front of his house, you see a couple of torches lighting up the area. You see 2 guards posted and another 2 guards walking the perimeter. As you start to walk up, or well, I guess I'll ask the question, are you going to start walking up to approach them?
Not yet.
Okay.
Can I pull out the orb and see if there's any abnormal?
Energies around.
So that's a ritual, so it's going to take a little bit of time to do in the middle of everybody. You can do the eye thing.
Yeah, we'll do the eye thing. Yeah, we'll do the eye.
All right, so you do the eye thing very quickly. You kind of
Take a quick look around.
take a quick look around, and you don't see anything abnormal. You don't see any weird chaotic energy, at least on the outside of the house.
Okay.
Well, you gonna walk
What,
forward?
no, not yet.
Okay.
So, in the event something happens in which they won't let you guys in, but you're nearby, we need a sort of distress.
Caw, dookie, dookie.
We could address that later because there's only like 1 or 2 guards. We'll just kill them there and move in, or incapacitate them.
I'm going to say we don't have to kill them.
We've already seen 4 guards.
Yeah, when we get, we're there already.
Well, you're
Not yet.
you're
not in
you're-
the house.
Within-
I'm saying outside you see 4 guards.
Yeah, we can take 4 guards, no problem. Yeah, quick.
I mean, depending on what kind of guards they are.
Baby guards.
I mean, I can find familiar.
Just distract them, get them out of there.
How
Wait,
far
why can't
away are we from
We haven't tried to get
the
in. Yet.
residence?
About 30 yards,
We haven't actually tried to get in yet.
120
Yeah, let's
feet.
just let's walk up.
Let's see what they say.
Is it time for dinner?
If something,
Yes,
if
it's-
something,
It's getting to that time that you were supposed to arrive.
I'm trying to think. Is there like a spell you have that does like a flash of light or something?
Yeah.
Flare gun,
bonfire.
just fires it into the. It just
GTA
it
style.
fires.
It's just
It
flare
fires
guns
in
all
the
over.
house and just bounces over and just lights the entire house on fire. There you go.
Like if he,
There's your
like
your
if you get
warning.
in trouble, you just freaking boom. Then we see a flash of light. We're coming in.
Can I give him my potion of mind reading?
Oh yes, dude, did that.
You can do whatever you
Yeah.
want.
Or if we can't get
You
in, we
want
can
it?
just say no, thank you, and walk away.
Yeah, I mean,
Drink it now.
Like if we all can't go in,
right.
you can, you
Well,
know,
no, I won't use it until.
drop it on Warren's tip.
Quick question: how long does a potion like that? Is it instantaneous, or does there a warm up time?
When you
it,
drink this potion, you gain the effect of the detect thought spell.
it takes one.
For
It
10
lasts.
minutes.
It lasts for how long?
10 minutes. No concentration required.
Does it say 10 minutes? Mine says 1 minute.
Mine says 10.
1 minute, holy crap, dude.
Let me see real quick.
He's got the ultra mind reading potion.
That's weird that says detect sock. It says. I'll go with this. All right,
I mean,
yeah,
I
10
can use
minutes.
a
You have it
bonus
for
action
10
to light
minutes
my
makes sense
sword.
anyway, so. Oh, that's a 2014 one. That's why. All right, yep,
The
10 minutes.
legacy one?
Yep, you're good. 10 minutes.
Ben,
It's got the expired
What's that?
one.
I can use a bonus action to light my sword.
I can light myself on fire.
It
Oh,
says,
You're going to be. So I will say
but I would have to
it's
be near a window.
not a giant mansion, but
Not
it's
a
a
wall.
big enough place that once he goes in, there are windows, but there are multiple rooms, so there's no telling that you'll be able to know where he is at any given time. This is like the front area that you see. You just see a little walkway that is going to his
Is that your strong hand?
his estate. Okay.
Grandma child.
Time's starting to click though. Tick tock, tick tock.
All right, we'll just walk up to the gate. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
we're gonna
Like
Do it
we've
live.
ever had a plan before. Let's fucking just do this.
do it live.
So as you start to walk,
You die.
the two guards that were sort of doing perimeter and the two guards at our door all stop and address you. They put their weapons at their side, and they say, "Mr. Thjis, is that you?"
It is.
Master Warren is waiting for you. Hello, and thank you for listening to Dungeons and Dragons and Dining and Dudes. We ran into a small technical issue and lost about 15 minutes of footage. Because of this, I wanted to add some details about what the group did up to this point. After a small amount of deliberating, Thjis decided to go to Warren's estate alone. Greeted by the butler, he enters a large room tiled with marble. Making an immediate path to the dining room, Thjis sits there for a few minutes while he waits for Warren to arrive. Once he does, Warren greets him warmly and welcomes him to his estate, and the two begin to dine. During this time, Zamir casts invisibility and makes his way outside the dining room's window. While he does his best to listen in, Warren begins questioning Thjis and the group's motives. He brings up the fact that they suddenly have great power to be able to teleport in and out of Central, almost at will. He questions why they helped disrupt the government in Merchant's Haven, taking down one of the governors, and why they expelled a well-known and respected healer out of the port of Alu. He tells him that he doesn't trust him, and will do all that he can to protect Central. He ends his questioning with a final response, that if he ever finds out that they are lying to him, or if he ever perceives Thjis and the group as a threat to the people to Central, that his parents' place is only a hop, skip, and a jump away. And with that little recap, I'll bring you back to the show. But where you're at right now is you're both still eating.
Intense conversation.
Intense conversation. Zamir is outside. You don't know Zamir's outside.
Right.
I'm invisible.
He's invisible. He hasn't made enough sound for anyone to hear him.
It's like Keenan from
At this point,
Kel from
Warren is
Mystery Man.
making it very clear that
He doesn't trust us.
he trusts you as little as someone can be trusted, because you basically help overthrow the governor of Merchant's Haven. You conspired with a thief to do it. You threw out a healer in the port of Alu, and you have these unknown teleportation powers all of a sudden. And while he understands the concept of order and chaos, his belief is he is in charge of keeping order in Central, while he believes everything you're doing points to being something that someone more chaotic would do. You had asked him how much he served. When was the last time he saw combat? He said 3 years ago during a small skirmish between goblins and hobgoblins from Whiteport. You know that that's true, and this is where we're at.
How far into the meal are we
So far, it's been about
half
about
clean plates?
about a half hour. I mean, you might have had a second sample of some of those glazed balsamic glazed carrots and some potatoes. You took one leg, he took the other leg. You had the guys that pulled the wishbone together. It was really cute.
I don't think so.
I don't think so, Tim.
Fuck that guy.
You take the potion yet?
No.
I gave you the potion.
I know, I haven't drank it yet.
You're not drinking it. You want him to drink it.
No. It's for him to drink it. He gets the power of mind reading if he drinks it.
Yeah, what exactly, since I don't have it in my inventory, I can't see what...
When you drink this potion, you gain the effect of the Detect Thoughts spell for 10 minutes. No concentration required.
Okay.
So Detect Thoughts is what I used on the guard. And those were the two things. You could either sense thoughts, so just kind of surface level, or read thoughts. You get a little bit deeper. But if you go deeper...
They can sense that.
If you go
If I
deeper
don't
with the
roll high
read
enough.
thoughts, then they can
Is there a
do some...
modifier that would be used?
Yeah, well, if you want to go into deep thoughts,
Yeah.
it is. What is it? It is. If you probe deeper, the target makes a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, okay. So they have to make a saving throw.
Yeah.
What's their wisdom text?
It doesn't say what the wisdom saving throw would be. I guess.
Probably based off your modifier.
Yeah, it would have to be based off of your modifier, whatever your spell modifier is, or your spell saving throw is.
My saving throw?
Yeah, what's it say under spells? If it says save DC, what is that?
13.
Okay.
So he would have to roll higher than a 13.
Or add a 13.
Yeah. My thought is that I'm thinking right now I don't necessarily have. I don't think that using that would benefit me necessarily. Because we kind of know where he's thinking.
You can always direct the conversation to what you want if you do want to do that.
I'll say about your parents.
Yeah, but like.
Just ask him, is this what you said to my parents before you killed them?
That's a good starting point right there.
That's a good conversation opener.
That you do things for Centrum by killing people randomly?
Wait, did he? So going back to the backstory, did he murder them, or did he kill them in defense?
You really don't know. You know from Baldric's story, he made it sound like it was something gone wrong. Didn't seem like he just came in and popped them.
Right.
But he was kind of in the back, so his story might be slightly skewed. You're not sure, but he saw Warren kill them.
The knowledge that I had that I brought into from day one was that there was a small group of people that were leading a revolution that did not like half-blooded nobility.
Mm-hmm.
Where that group came from, you no say.
Yes.
Okay, so
you were the half-blood nobility.
You were
well,
your parents.
My parents. One was full elf. The other was
human.
Full human.
So they didn't like that.
They didn't like
the human and the elf was
right.
So he was part of the group that was purging.
Well, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
Sounds like a purge of.
I mean, context clues, that's what I'm kind of thinking too, but I know that it was because of the revolution of. And
Vive la France!
Vive la France!
This is Casablanca all over again, guys. We're just telling that story.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so there's a little bit of silence.
Okay. You guys are just sort of eating.
Eating. Yep.
Fuck this guy.
After a couple of minutes of silence, Warren looks up. He says, "So I guess I've made myself abundantly clear where I stand, Sir Thjis."
I'm a knight now.
He's being...
Condescending.
No, I think, well, no, I wouldn't say...
A dick.
Give me a... is he being a dick check? Give me I guess that's not like necessarily... you can give me an insight check.
23.
Oh, all right. So you
So
get
he's a dick.
No, you get the feeling like there is a part of him that is trying to maintain composure. So when he says "sir," he is trying to still be respectful. Not necessarily like knightly sir, but like sir, madam type of thing.
Good day to you, sir.
Yeah, something like that. You don't get the feeling that he's being backhanded about it.
About to give him a backhand.
And I can still hear all of this, right?
Let me
Bits and pieces, yeah.
let me ask you, why
Like
would
should try to
I
open a window?
or myself
He would have to
let my
make some
party
noise.
do anything that would in good conscience, put Centrum at risk or put Centrum in a position that they could be attacked or any of these sort of things when my own parents live here? Why would I do that? They're just farmer tavern owners with no combat or anything of that sort. Why would I do that?
I have no quarrel or misunderstanding of who Mr. and Mrs. Featherbrew are. I've gone to their tavern. It's a lovely little place. But you could have asked me the same question weeks ago. Who would kill the queen? Why would they kill the queen? It is my job to try and understand any and all possibilities. That is my responsibility.
I completely understand. But that doesn't answer my question as to why would I, in good faith, consciously put Centrum, where my parents live, in jeopardy.
Well, I don't know why you would. But then again, there are things that I don't know why you've done what you've done. And sometimes, as they say, where there is smoke, there is fire. Hence, our little dinner date tonight. So that we come to an agreement between each other. That I know what you've been up to. I make it my job to know what you've been up to. And I always have a backup plan.
Another quick question. Was Warren captain of the guard when he did this?
This was almost 20 years ago, so no,
he was like a soldier.
Baller told you he was younger. He was younger, and he was sort of like a regular soldier, and but he was not captain of the guard at that time, because he also said he's been captain of the guard for a decade.
Oh, okay.
That happened prior to...
Right.
Look, I don't know what you think we are about as far as posing a threat to Centrum or doing things that could pose a threat. Like I said, everything that we do for the greater good of the world of Statera. And I would not put Centrum and my parents in danger by any of these actions that myself, and I certainly would not have let my crew do that. Now, we will mind our P's and Q's going forward if that's what you want to hear. Even though I don't think there was any P's or Q's that were crossed before this evening.
Where did you get your powers from?
Baby, I was born this way.
How did you become the captain of the guard?
The powers you speak of, the teleportation.
It's the power of friendship.
Friendship.
Oh man, we smoked this grass, man, and then we could travel anywhere. It's dope.
It's a good answer.
Good answer. Number one on the board. Good answer.
Survey says magic grass. The devil's lettuce, baby. The god of Statera.
Was there more to that answer, or was it just the god of
It's just
Statera?
that. It's just that.
Interesting. That's what we're going to go with.
The god of order. To help defeat
So you won't
her.
just tell me the truth, will you? Now gods are giving you power as if you are someone special all of a sudden on this magical quest to save the world.
So the question I asked you at the beginning has come to fruition. I asked you whether you believed or not, and you brushed it off as if it didn't matter. Well,
I believe that there are
clearly it
gods
does
out
matter.
there with their own machinations. I don't believe these gods are spending time dealing with us down here and bestowing great powers. The only time great powers manifest themselves is when man dabbles in things that he or she should not dabble in. Hence, my reluctance to believe our entire conversation with the evidence that I've already put forth.
So I could have just said anything tonight and you wouldn't believe me. It seems.
And he kind of grabs the hilt of his great sword in one hand, and he has a piece of chicken in the other hand, and he's eating the chicken, and he puts the fork down, and he goes, well, that's what I'm saying.
Let me ask you a question before you do whatever it is you think you're gonna do.
How do you feel about killing innocent people?
Do you kill innocent people for the land that you love or the people that you love?
Do I kill innocent people? Define innocent.
About 20 years ago.
Shut the fuck up.
Have you
Sorry.
enjoyed your time in Aboria 20 years ago?
What was I doing 20 years ago in Aboria? I was a mere boy at that time. Well, not a mere boy, but definitely had less wrinkles, less hair on my face.
No one gives a shit about what you had on your face.
I will remind you, you're in my house. You will talk to me with respect, Thjis. And to answer your question, yes, I was in Aboria 20 years ago. I was in Aboria many times, doing the work for my country, for my land. Get to your point.
You helped the revolution?
I quelled the revolution. I quelled the revolution of Arborea and Central in one swift blow. Get to your point.
Why did you lead this revolution? Sounds like very chaotic.
I wasn't leading a revolution. I was quelling it. Spell out what you want to ask me.
What the fuck does quell mean?
Quell means to stop.
Bat.
Not quail, but quell.
It seems as though you shed blood on nobility, innocent nobility.
Innocent nobility. I don't recall any innocence during that time of my life. Do you have specifics, or are you just going to continue this act of slander in my own household while you're my guest?
King Malfred and Queen Malaria.
Yes, those are people. I can
You
name
serve
people
them.
too. I serve them?
Did you serve them?
No, I did not serve them. But in the act of serving our two countries together, I was a part of something to prevent a revolution. A revolution that the king and queen of Arborea and the queen of Centrum knew would become well worse than what it already was. For the final time, ask your question, Thjis. I grow tired of these empty thoughts and accusations that you throw my way.
So at this time, I take out the potion.
Are you doing it so he can see it, or are you kind of under the table, pouring it in a drink type of thing.
Yeah, under the table.
All right, give me a sleight of hand check.
Just tell him it's your lactate pill.
I got the poop. I got the milk poops. Nat 20. You could say nat 20. 1.
Yeah, it's a net 20.
He can't read anyway.
I got my
trying to figure
glasses
it out.
on.
Well,
I
it
got
took
my
you too
glasses.
long. All right. So
Can't see without his glasses.
very quickly, as you guys are sort of gesturing with your hands, you take your cup and you pop the lid of the potion. You pour it, and very quickly, without him noticing, you swig it.
Swiggy,
So
what?
you take your potion, and now what are you asking?
So, I'm now able to probe or
Surface
see his
thoughts, yeah.
Yeah. So, is he telling the truth? Is he?
Telling the truth about what? Because you haven't really asked him much of a question yet. You've just sort of danced
Okay.
around it.
So, what is he thinking at this moment?
He's thinking at this moment, you get some surface level thoughts of not regret, righteousness, the fact that he doesn't feel like he was wrong in the acts that occurred. There's a little bit of trepidation on the surface of his mind, a little bit of anger, and a lot of forcefulness in the conversation that you're having. Let me see what else can detect. What's like the you learn? Yeah, and what's on his mind right now is
Damn, this is some good fucking chicken, man. Almost better than the tavern owners.
he's starting to remember
Sideways and shove it straight up
certain
his can
things
ass.
that Balric didn't tell you. He's remembering a mission. He's remembering the revolution. Everything he's telling you right now, as far as he believes, is truthful. If you want to learn more, you'd have to ask more.
That's fine. That's fine.
Okay.
I'm just reading my notes.
Yep. Zamir, you start to hear the elevation of voices going back and forth now. You hear Warren start to get louder. You hear Thjis start to antagonize with questions.
Do I see him drink the potion?
No, because the window's still closed.
Right. So can I see him drink the potion? I don't need to hear him drink the potion.
No. I'm saying the window's closed. You can't see anything. You
So
can't.
there's a curtain inside the window.
No, it's like a.
You said it was
There's
glass, though.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
see
I did.
through
You're right. No, you're
glass,
right. You're right.
Fuck, the kind of glass is this?
Yeah. Then how long does invisibility last?
Uh,
I think you're still fine at this point. But yes, you can see him drink the potion. I forgot it was glass. So yes, you can see through it. He's just looking at a brick wall. Can I see it? Can I see it?
see this
Can I see
happen?
It says the spell ends immediately after a target makes an attack roll.
Okay, well you're not attacking, so you're fine.
It lasts up to 1 hour.
Oh, all right, you're good then.
No
All right,
shit.
cool. So
Just watch him shower.
yeah,
Just keep following him around.
Keep following him around.
start touching yourself. All this happens.
Stab him in the neck.
Why I'm in this position. I am. I touch
Yeah,
myself.
but yeah, you can see him drink the potion.
And you stab him in the neck while he's
So as they're getting louder, do we think I can creak open that window or a little bit more?
It is unlocked.
It's unlocked. It opens towards you. You could try to open it.
What do you mean? it
As
opens
they're-
toward-
as
what
they're
kind of window
arguing?
is this?
What's that?
It's not a double hung.
It opens up this way, so no, it's not double hung.
No, it was hook locked.
It's hung
And
like
then
a
you
horse.
just gotta-
So then, if it's unlocked, it shouldn't take
You would
much
have to-
open.
It shouldn't, but someone could notice you opening it. Is my point.
But I'm invisible. It could be a stiff breeze.
It could be a stiff breeze. Question is, how do you want to open it? Do you want to just open it? Or do you want to be careful when you open it?
I'm gonna be a little careful when I open
All right.
it.
So
I mean,
then,
not a,
if you
Just
want to
touch it.
if you want to try to open it, give me a sleight of hand check.
Just touch it with your tip.
just a tip.
Just the tip. I'm just hanging out.
And how
outside
much do you
still.
want to open it at this point?
Sleight
that
of hand.
much.
I got a 24,
Okay. Well, then you.
and I'm
I'm gonna slowly
Just enough to hear.
All right,
Open
so
this
you
thing
just want to
just
open it so
enough.
that you can hear
so
more.
I can hear more.
All right. So you just as it opens, and you open it at about.
Does Thjis see this window open?
No, I would say right now him and Warren are sort of deadlocked, which helps him open the window without anyone noticing. It opens a good 3-4 inch gap,
Here I come over the wall.
and
Kool-Aid man.
yeah,
Through the side of the wall.
Who the fuck are you?
so and you can get a good clear eye shot of both of them, and you can get a much better. You can hear a lot more than you could before.
Oh yeah.
Thjis, where you at? I like when I make Chris think.
I know.
It's fun to watch his expressions. It's like he's shitting himself.
He took his pills.
Is there
He's
anything
fine.
there within arm's reach I could steal while I'm...
Yeah, he just started taking a piece of chicken. It's just
Chicken
it's like right in
floating.
Warren's hand. He's like, "What the hell?"
What monster? Yeah, you'll probably get him freaking start fighting Thjis because he thinks he's doing it.
Stole his chicken.
Should I try to climb in?
No.
I rolled a 20.
You don't need-
I rolled a 24.
That would be
Sleight
a,
of
was-
hand.
that would
that's
be a,
something
that would be a,
different.
no. There's that would be a stealth check if you want to try to do that.
Well, you're like a +8 or 7 for
Fucking
stealth
just
check.
falls over.
Yeah.
Right into the
This is the
turkey.
time he'll roll like a 1.
Right into the chicken. Just
What the hell is this?
Still be invisible though because you didn't
I
attack.
know, yeah. Still invisible.
Fuck.
Just grab the fork out of his hand right into Warren's neck. Make it look like he killed himself. I can pick up Warren's hand and slap him in the head. Stop hitting yourself. Stop hitting yourself.
oh shit.
What would that roll be?
All of them. All the rolls. Roll all your dice. Let's see what you get.
All right.
I need a total of 300.
How did you get that scar on your face?
Was it on his cheek or eye, like above his eye? I
It
think.
says
it was
slashed
here.
on his face.
Yeah.
Not so much here.
And as soon as you say that, like he starts to think about that episode, and he looks at you and he says, he feels the scar. He says, "I got that for doing the duty of my country, and for my land, and for Central, and for my queen." Or would you like specifics?
I would like specifics.
Can you still read his thoughts?
Yeah, he's got like 10 minutes, so. He starts to set up the story of being in the tavern. The way he tells it is a little different. He tells of a woman who was an Aborian spy and her lover who was a turncoat who betrayed his nation. He says between the king and queen of Arborea and the queen of Central, a deal was struck to help quell this rebellion. The rebellion had nothing to do with elves or humans or half-elves. The rebellion was trying to overthrow the king and queen. And though Warren at that time, being so low ranked, never knew the specificity of why they were trying to overthrow the king and queen, he was given an order to seek out and find the spy and turncoat and to kill them at any cost. And he describes that night being in the tavern with a bunch of other guards and people of Arborea in the city of Myaloon, happily drinking, having a festive night, when he took out his knife and thrust it between the shoulder blades of one man, pushes that man to the bar and goes to slash at the woman, the Arborian spy, and misses. Gets her in the shoulder, and at that instance, she slashes him, catching him across the face. As panic and chaos ensue, he's not sure exactly what happened as adrenaline was flowing, and over the last 20 years, his memory has faded a little bit. But he knows at some point, the knife laid in her chest. And as chaos was around him, people were running back and forth. Other fights started to break out. He slowly and I should say slowly and quickly. He quickly and quietly made his way out of that tavern. Over the next couple of days, reporting back to the King and Queen of Arborea, they elected to burn down the city of Myaloon, to destroy this upcoming revolution. No one to speak of it again. And if you recall, you guys passed that city, explored one of its estates. There wasn't much left there. It was a city that was a smaller city that was overgrown with foliage over the last decade or so. And as Warren tells you this, the thoughts that you read are honest and direct as he sees it. Now, whether he was fed lies or not, you don't know.
Right.
Or whether he got the right people, you don't know. But his story is coming from him with truth. And after he's done,
it's a different sidebar.
Yeah,
The people in Arborea now are a different regime than.
they're still king and queen. They still are faithful to the king and queen.
No, because we met with the king and queen of Arborea.
Oh, is it the same king and queen?
That's my question.
Oh, I believe.
And we helped them.
Yeah, that would have been a different king and queen, 20 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because
about
Well, they
not
elves?
20 years ago. What would it have been? Because you're about 21, right? So would have been like 15 years ago, 16 years ago, something like that. But yes, it is a different king and queen.
But they're elves.
They are elves. The king and queen are
And
elves.
theoretically, elves live forever unless they're killed.
Yes. I would, yeah, we could say that, yes. But these are a different king and queen.
Okay. And what happened of the truce between? This is me asking.
Chris asking or
No,
Thjis asking?
Thjis asking.
Okay.
What happened with the truce between Centrum and Arborea? Why is that no longer?
There is still a truce between Centrum and Arborea. The whole reason I had you go out there was because I was under the impression that truce was broken. And I had to find out if someone had assassinated our queen. The evidence that was left on the queen led me to believe that someone from Arborea was doing it, but
It was an agent of chaos who
it was
wanted you to
somebody
think
else,
so.
and I will take the king and queen's word that they were not a part of it. The fact that I sent you as my envoy and you're still alive proves that.
I think it proves that we searched for the truth and delivered the truth
I believe you searched for the truth because if not, my men would have hunted you down. That's why you searched for the truth. If you recall, my men surrounded your men, and I gave you an ultimatum, which I allowed you to oblige.
So there we said you.
Take that mask off.
Oh, these damn kids again.
I would have gotten away with it too. You are still outside. You're hearing the you heard Warren tell that entire story. Is there anything you want to do?
How far did I open the window?
4 inches at this point.
That's
inches.
lucky.
It's that big, right?
Yeah, it's 4 inches. Yeah,
That's enough for me to get in.
Yeah, it's a football field.
Yeah. Does it seem contentious, I think?
Does he seem contentious?
Yeah.
I don't know. What does contentious mean?
Do I want to longbow him?
Is he engaged?
Not yet, no.
I don't think you open the window enough to see him and longbow him with a straight shot. Actually, it opens outward. Yeah, you might be able to if you wanted. If you wanted to try that.
There's not really much I want to do unless I want to sneak in.
Okay. Do you want to try to sneak in?
I mean, I am working with a good amount of space, being 4 inches, so...
You could try to open it up a little bit more if you want.
Let's try that.
All right, give me another sleight of hand.
That's a 9.
Ooh, okay. So you go to start opening a little bit more, and you hear, and Warren stops telling his story for a brief second and looks over, and he sees it. He sees the window open, and he starts to walk up. He starts to go to the window, and he's bringing his greatsword with him, dragging it across the floor, and you hear like this sword is heavy. And he looks outside, grabs the window, closes it, locks it. He sits back down, bringing the greatsword with him. Sits back down. He looks at Thjis. He says, "Any other questions you want to interrogate me, boy? I believe my appetite is satiated at this point. I think we can call our night at an end, unless there's anything else you want to ask me."
I think we're done here.
I just said we're done here. You don't have to repeat what I just said.
Well, you just said.
Well, I just said
else.
we're done. You just said.
Look, if you're so close with Aboria and the king and queen there,
I'm not. Okay, continue your thought.
they explained the issue of the chaos and the gates to you.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't understand why, if you're not believing me, why would you believe them?
I told you I believe in these gods. I don't believe these gods gave you special powers. There's a difference. Accepting a god's power is an unnatural thing to do.
By whose measure?
By my measure.
Are you a god?
No. Nor would I accept their power because I made myself who I am by myself. Anyone who would accept the god's power is now at that god's mercy. And I would not make myself nor any of my men that I lead under the mercy of some god who may or may not wish to destroy us on any given day. That is my measure.
Also makes you fallible.
Sure, why not? If that makes you feel superior.
It doesn't make me superior. It just means that at any given moment, your beliefs and what you believe in could be wrong.
Possibly. But I do know that this world was supposedly destroyed by the gods eons ago, not by man. So, if I had to put my faith in something, it's going to be in us and not in them. Whatever their plans may be, I'll let them do their plans by themselves. I want no part in it.
I think there are plenty of man who would do well to destroy this world, regardless of the god's existence.
Possibly. And that's why I'm here to stop that. That's why I have my eye on people like you, because I don't trust you, Thjis, and I don't trust your group. I don't trust the thieves that you work with. I don't trust the paladin that is so-called righteous, going around bullying people. I don't trust that southern folk, Baxton. Don't trust him at all. Those people from Swissport. Swiftport. Never trusted them. You and your ilk would do well to remember that. Keep yourselves clean while you're in Central. I suggest you find another place to call home until whatever you're done doing, you finish. Because the more I have to spend time on you, the less time I have to spend on other things that Central might need, while we are in need of another king or queen. So this is your final warning. And as I mentioned, I will do what is ever necessary to protect my people.
Maybe it would be wise if you used us as an asset rather than an enemy. And then I turn and start to leave.
You think you're worthy enough to be one of my assets?
You would be a fool not to consider us an asset. Our resume in the past few weeks is greater than anyone in this army, albeit maybe you.
You propose to know about everyone in my army. He grabs his greatsword with both hands and he puts it on his hilt, and he stands up and he says, if you want to earn my trust, you will have to test, or I will have to test your resolve. An asset I will use whenever I deem fit. But don't stand here and pretend that you are an equal to me and my men. If you want to be an equal, you can meet me in the barracks tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock. And he starts to walk out. And he leaves. He shuts the door. Comes back in, takes a piece of chicken, then leaves again. The butler says,
I don't fucking, like, I can see myself out, Alfred.
yeah, yes, sir. Yeah, I mean, I'm just the butler.
Sorry, I know, you just work here.
Butler. And then the butler, opens the window. Mickey, I need you to roll a dex check real quick.
Your boss is a cunt, Alfred.
Well, I would see him coming at me, so I...
No, the window's closed. You don't see anything. Oh, well, you do. That's right.
We've had this conversation about a goddamn window.
I don't know.
Fucking window!
What is it with this
window? No,
window?
it's one of the...
specified before
it's
this whole
right.
thing.
It's one of the...
Wooden shutters, or is this glass?
Yes, it's a
Oh,
fucking
yes, it's
window.
glass. It's a normal
Glass
window
window,
that
we can
opens
see
outward.
through it.
It's the interrogation
It's a
windows.
bifold.
You can't
It's
see.
one of these
It's
fuck-
one way. It's a one-way window.
The
I need you to
chaos
throw.
has
I
a
need you to roll me a dex check anyway.
But I can see him coming at me.
Yeah. Okay.
11, 14, 14.
21. Set. Hike.
Omaha.
He flips open the window really fast, and you move out of the way. That's all I wanted to check. You rolled high enough.
Okay.
That's all. But then he starts
Or
peeing
you
out the
saw
window.
him, or you saw him come to the window and you moved out of the way because you knew he was going to open the window.
Because he could see him through the glass.
I mean, you can see.
Here's 900 years old Butler. He's not moving that quick.
It's actually Terry Tate, linebacker Butler.
Oh, God.
I mean, you can see a fireball coming your way. You still have to roll a dex throw.
He
Yeah,
actually,
but that's not a fireball.
he actually broke a hip trying to flick open the latch.
Get that with my strong hand.
All right, so
Got gout.
you leave the estate.
And I jump in.
grab some chicken.
Grab the chicken.
Okay. Tyrannus, are you waiting for him out front?
Is there anything
Yeah.
in there? Is there anything in there I can steal?
Silverware?
Okay.
Some slightly cold balsamic vinaigrette glazed carrots.
It's an entertaining room. There's no like
TVs? No, there's no TVs.
art or something.
There's art on the wall, but it's gigantic.
Draw
And
mustache.
it's not
Draw
invisible. It
mustache
doesn't
on
turn invisible once you take it. It'll be floating,
Draw
a
mustache
floating
on the
friggin'
art.
painting at this point.
Draw a
And
mustache.
he's got a big dragon head on his over his fire pit.
Draw a mustache on the art.
Troll mustache.
Just fucking graffiti all
He doesn't have a pen on him.
Just pee all over the.
just poop. Just put your finger in your butt. Well, this guy's got a nice little beard.
Why does this shit smell like shit?
Oh, God, gone downhill. This is what happens when an intense conversation takes place for over an hour.
So I break
And then you forget to record for about 50 minutes.
You've got the part of the conversation where I put a poop mustache on the art.
Sure, yeah. I mean, you got to do I don't know, what's a poop check? Let's
see.
Seriously, there's nothing in there I can steal. Nothing
There's,
worthwhile.
I mean, there is some painting, but everything is big.
Don't
So-
fucking steal anything.
What do you
Silverware?
want? Huh?
I mean, it's a nice house. The silverware's got to be worth something, right?
You could, yeah, it's silverware. If you want to take it, you can.
All right, I'm going to break in and steal the silverware.
All right. So the window's open again because the butler did it. So
We're gonna all die.
give
because
me a stealth check.
because the two thieves can't keep their fucking sticky mitts.
That's a 9.
Okay, so you get in and you fall ass over teacup or ass over kettle. What's the saying?
I don't know.
All right,
Man.
you fucking fall. You
All right,
go
I jump
through.
back out the window.
so you make a bunch of noise and then you leave.
Yep.
Okay.
I made a bunch of noise. Obviously, it wasn't stealthy enough. I'm not going to try to steal anything
All
now.
right, so you're leaving now.
I'm
You're
still
not
invisible.
You are, but you're not stealing. You're leaving.
Yeah, I'm leaving now.
All right, so stealth
Stealth
unsuccessful.
failed me now.
All right. Okay. Anyway, you
I did poop in the corner though.
outside.
Outside.
Oh, outside. Okay, that's nice. It's a nice big dog turd. It's a white dog turd.
All the bones.
It's all from all the bones. All right, so you meet up with Tyrannus, and Zamir comes pulling his pants up. He's got itchy butthole. Oh God.
You been finger painting?
I smell you've been finger painting again.
Got him. Got him good. He's going down. Down goes Brown. What can Brown do for you? Oh God, he's folks. For the folks at home,
He might not make it.
Mickey might be dead.
He gives finger blast in a whole new meaning.
He what?
He gives finger blast in a whole new meaning.
Oh boy. This is gonna be fun to edit.
No, you're leaving this.
Just deleting the last hour and a half.
Hands up! It's a stink up.
Oh boy. All right. Anyway, you all meet up. It's at this point maybe 8 o'clock. You've been there for a couple hours. Yeah. I'm gonna have to take some of that too.
Don't step on the flame.
Are you going to recap them?
Yeah.
All right. So you're recapping them. What happened? The question I have is: are you going to meet up with Warren at the barracks at 9 a.m.?
Yeah.
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 All right.
Bare knuckle boxing. Bare knuckle boxing.
All right. So we'll end it here.
All right.
When we continue next month,
When we finger.
With the arts class.
we will do finger painting. Jesus Christ. All right.
Brown paint only.
All right. Well, for anybody who's listened this far, I apologize.
We're gonna print out famous portraits of the Mona Lisa, like various Rembrandt, Van Gogh, all those famous, and then bring brown finger
Starry Night. Starry Night's just
draw
brown.
space.
It's just yeah.
Oh God.
All right. Thank you for listening. We will see
Like
you
and
in
subscribe.
April,
Five
and we love you
stars.
all, and everyone.
Thank you.
Be safe. Go Birds.
Go Birds.
Huh?
Radio.
Go Bills.
Go Phils. Go Phils.
Go Phils.
Go
Go Phils.
Bills.
Go Phils.
Go Phils.
Not Bills. Go Phils.
Go Bills and Phils.